Hi, we will go ahead and get started with our practice today. So you can get yourself nice and comfortable, seated position here on your yoga mat, inside, outside, wherever you find yourself today. So we'll start by closing our eyes here, allowing ourselves a few moments to just soften through the forehead, relax the muscles in your jaw, and then gently press those shoulders down and away from your ears. You can think about making some nice space between the bottom of your ear and the very tops of your shoulders. From this position, we'll take a nice deep breath. You think about breathing into your belly. We'll start with an inhale. Nice and slow breathing in through your nose. And exhaling to blow out. Press those shoulders down and away from your ears. Keeping your eyes closed, or if you'd like to open them, you can. We'll just keep our gaze nice and soft here. But we'll start by placing those left fingertips down on your yoga mat right next to you. Finding an inhale, this right arm comes over. We stretch into this nice side body stretch. An exhale lets this arm round to the front. An inhale brings it back up. And then an exhale drops it back down. Staying with it with your breath. Same thing again. An inhale pulls this right arm up and over. Nice side body stretch. An exhale rounds you to the front. An inhale brings you back up. Breathe in. And an exhale drops it down. We'll go one more time. Inhale to bring that arm up and over. Reaching through those fingertips maybe a little bit further. Exhale to round down. Inhale yourself back up. This time as you exhale, let's go ahead and twist all the way over to the right side. And gently grabbing that knee. You'll twist with the upper body here. Keeping the chest, the chin lifted. Slowly we'll let this go. Feel free to twist it out in the center. And we will reverse over to the other side, same little sequence. Those right fingertips come down on the side of your mat. The left arm reaches up and over with an inhale into that side body stretch. The exhale rounds it down. Inhale to lift back up. And exhale to drop it back down. 2 more times. So you'll find your breath here. Use the inhale to reach it over. The exhale to round it down. Lifting back up, breathing in through your nose. Taking your time to exhale and blow out completely. One more round. Inhale over, nice side body stretch. Exhale to round. Inhale to come up. This time as you blow out, we're going to twist ourselves all the way over here to this left side. Gently grabbing hold of that knee, feeling this nice twist through your spine. Letting it go, we'll shake it out in the front. You can find that nice little counter twist. And then gently picking your hands up, let's circle out those wrists, get them a little stretched out, a little warmed up here. And then from this position, we are going to move into all fours. You want to take those hands in front of you. Find a place maybe in the center of your mat, but we'll press those hands underneath our shoulders. The knees are positioned underneath our hips. Taking a moment to connect to those core muscles right there in the center of your body, and we will take 2 rounds of cat-cow. Drop that belly down, lift the chin, press it into the palms here, and then rounding through. The chin comes to the chest. Again, press the ground, the floor away from your body here. And one more time, dropping the belly down and rounding through. Very nice, coming back to that nice flat back position here. We're going to extend back with those feet one at a time into a high plank pose here, making any little adjustments that you need with your body. Again, finding that moment where we connect to our core muscles right there in the center. You pull in tight, but still allow yourself space to breathe. An inhale is going to send our hips up nice and high, down dog. Those hands can come in a step or two if you need to close that space. Press down through your heels, letting the top of your head come all the way down. Using your next breath to walk those feet right on up to your hands. A little closer to the top of your mat in a nice forward fold here. So you can bend those knees as much as you need to, but we're letting the top of the head come all the way down. You can play with that bend in your knees here. Straighten it out a bit. See how that feels in your hamstrings. Keeping a nice generous bend if you need an option. Inhale, we're going to lift ourselves up halfway. So you straighten the back, bring in the palms to the shins, the tops of the thighs. You have the option to keep those fingertips down as well. But you think long spine, head in one direction, tailbone in the other. Exhale, and we'll soften those knees to fold forward again. Stepping back with our right foot right into a lunge position, taking all of the time you need to let that back foot wiggle back. So you've got nice space between your feet here. And then we're dropping that knee, untucking the toe, adjusting this front foot if any of those adjustments need to happen here. And then pressing your hips to the front. Feel this opening. Take a moment, maybe you rise to your fingertips. You lift the chest, the chin, you breathe into your hips, that back quad here. And with a breath, with some balance, you'll take your time. We're lifting these fingertips up off of our yoga mat. Straight up overhead, you can lean back at the top if that's available. Exhaling to come forward, think long spine. So you're going to stay reaching through these fingertips, framing the front foot and pulling those toes up back into this half split. Pressing forward again. Reaching those fingertips up when you're ready. Taking a small little back bend at the top if it's available. Exhale, stay long, reach through your fingertips. Pull those toes up, send your hips back, take that half split. We're going 2 more times here. Reaching up overhead, nice deep breath. Exhale to stay long through the spine, find that lift. Sending the hips back, letting your hands move with you. And we'll go 1 more time here, pressing up overhead. Blowing out as you send those fingertips forward and down. Pause and here in your half split. Take a moment, find your balance. Remember, you can play with the bend in this knee. You can bend a little bit, you can straighten it out to see how your hamstrings feel. A little bit of balance work. We're going to keep that right hand down. Left arm opens up into a twist. A little more balance work here, taking the twist in this position. Exhale to take it down. Sending those hips back to the front. Moving that left hand to the inside of this foot. We're going to walk it out here, opening up for a nice lizard pose. So you can roll onto the outside of this left foot. Let that knee open up as well. See how you're feeling in your hips. Take that little range of motion play here. Finding a place where you can get settled in. We'll pause for a round of breath. Staying on the hands. You have the option to drop to your forearms if that space is available. You could also take a little twist here if you want to twist into that open lunge, open leg. Coming right back to the center, dropping that hand down. Let's walk this foot to the center so that hand returns to the outside of the foot. Send those hips forward 1 more time. Feel the opening, feel the stretch. With that back leg, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knee up, and then take that front foot and step it right on back. High plank pose. Open up those fingers nice and wide. Take a breath as you connect to your core muscles. Right there in the middle of your body, noticing your heart rate. Inhale sends those hips up nice and high. Down dog, press those heels down towards your yoga mat, towards the floor or the ground. Letting that head hang nice and heavy. And then taking a breath and walking those feet up, right on up to your hands. A little closer to the top of our mat in our forward fold. Let that head hang heavy, just like in the down dog. Inhale, let's take the halfway lift. The palms come to the shins, the tops of the thighs. Either way, hug those elbows in tight, think long spine. Exhale to drop it right back down. This time stepping back with our left foot. Taking our lunge on this side. Wiggle that foot into position, nice and easy. Once it's back there, you can let that knee lower down. We will untuck those toes and then make any adjustments with that front foot. Finding your hips, press them to the top of your mat. Feel the opening through your hips, also through that quad on that back leg. Maybe you rise to the fingertips here. You lift the chest, the chin, with some balance with a breath. And inhale is going to lift these fingertips up off of our mat. Leaning back at the top if that space is available for you. Exhale, stay long through the spine, long through the fingertips. Framing this front foot as you pull those toes up, sending the hips back into that half split. Moving through this little sequence just a couple of times. An inhale reaches you up. So you're finding or looking for this place where your breath and your movements maybe sync up. Sometimes you'll notice it just for a moment or two, and that's totally fine. It's what we're working towards. Inhale to reach up. Sometimes it's choppy, and that's okay too. It's all a practice. Exhale, reach front. Pull those toes up, sending it back, taking one more round here. Maybe increasing your range of motion as you're able to lengthen the breath. Take it down. Pause, and in our half split this time. Maybe eyes open for balance here, keeping that left hand down on your mat. Inhale is going to take this right arm up overhead, right into that twist. Exhale to take it back down. Pressing those toes down, press into your lunge one more time here. And then with that back leg, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knee up, and take your front foot to step it back, right into that plank pose. This time, shifting the weight forward slightly. You'll think about keeping those elbows close to the side of your body. We're lowering down. These knees can drop down whenever you need to. You take a little half a push up here. Coming down, untuck those toes. Keeping those hands positioned right next to the side of your chest. Take that moment to hug the elbows in tight. With the breath, we're going to inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So maybe you just come halfway. The exhale lowers you back down. Moving through this. Inhale, press into those palms, lift up. Maybe a little higher this round. Exhale, blow out as you lower back down. 2 more times. Using your inhale to lift. Gradually increasing our range of motion as we go. Exhale down. One more time. You're going to inhale, pressing into this cobra as high as you would like this go around. Pause here to blow out. Using your next breath, we're going to send those hips up and all the way back into a child's pose. Whatever variation of child's pose you like the best. You can open up these knees as much as you would like. But finding this place where you rest the center of your forehead down on your yoga mat. Taking a moment to soften through the elbows, the hands, the wrists. Closing your eyes if they're not closed already. And just like when we started, take a moment to relax those muscles in your forehead. Soften the muscles in your jaw. And maybe you blow out with a nice sigh. Letting go of whatever you don't need right now. Leave it here on our yoga mats. Taking 2 rounds of breath, we'll practice that belly breathing. So as you breathe in, as you inhale, you think about pressing the belly away from you. So in this position, you might notice that belly presses right into the tops of your thighs. You feel that expansion through your belly, your chest, your shoulders. Exhale and blow out. Take your time. Letting that tailbone get nice and heavy, maybe getting just a little closer towards those heels. Taking one more breath just like that. Staying in this pose as long as feels comfortable. When you are ready, We'll gently slide those hands back in a little closer towards the side of our face. You can press into those palms to lift with your upper body. Moving nice and slow. Keep that mindfulness. And then we'll have a seat right here on our bottoms, anywhere on your yoga mat. You can cross those legs, resting those hands on the side of your knees, palms down, palms up, your choice. But take a moment to sit up nice and tall. Allow yourself these few extra seconds to stay in this moment, to notice your breath. And if you would like, we'll bring those palms together right here at Heart Center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me